Hi everyone, and welcome to day 8 of the Up Your Social Media Challenge. My name is Juanita Z from the Online Business Academy and also the Social Media Conference. Now, I've been running these challenges every day, and the main reason is so that I can help small business owners or business owners to up their social media and to give them hints and tips so they can move forward. And people might be joining the room here on Zoom, which is great. So Kerry, welcome and thank you. But if you are around and you do want to join, you're welcome. If not, you can watch the live and obviously comment on the live. So with that, let's get started because these are really videos, anything between 10 minutes and half an hour, depending on what we're covering for the day. But remember, this is valuable information. It is going to help you to make a little strides in your social media, especially if you do the actions every single day, and you'll find that you will move forward. And it is little actions that make a big difference. So with that, let's get started. So I'm going to share my screen. Let's get into LinkedIn. And I hope that is the LinkedIn screen. If not, hold on, let me just make sure in case I'm taking you to somewhere else. Let's get the LinkedIn screen up just to make doubly sure. And okay, that should be good. Right, there we go. All right, so you're now seeing the LinkedIn screen. And so what we're going to do here, let's just quickly do this. Right. So let me know that you can see that LinkedIn screen so that I know that it is all good for you. So Kerry, can you see the LinkedIn screen? If you quickly unmute there. Kerry? Okay, I'm assuming that you can. All right, we're getting a message. Let's see here. Okay, yep, all good. Excellent. All right, because I don't want to carry on with this video and then we find out afterwards that you didn't see the screen. Okay, with that, let's get started. So I'm not going to go through all the basics of LinkedIn at the moment. What I really want to do is just cover a few things that you should and can be doing to grow your profile more than anything else. But I will go quickly into this section over here, which is the me and my account, and I can view my own profile to give you a few little hints and tips. Just make sure that your profile photo is a photo that people can actually see, engage with you, etc. Now, this one that I have up, and I will say this to you. There we go. Nobby's coming in. Here we go. Okay. Hi, Nobby, and welcome. Okay, so just a quick one. Make sure that you have a decent profile photo. Everything, hi, Nobby, we'll just mute you. There we go. And you are on live, by the way, eh? So, so let's get here. Okay. What a lot of people don't understand is all these words and phrases that you use within your profile, everything here in the about section, etc., all of it is keyword coded. So if you are wanting people to search you in terms of keywords, make sure you're putting the right keywords in your profile and make sure you're putting the right keywords in your about section. Then one thing that I would like you guys to do today, which a lot of people don't do, is, I'm just scrolling down. So that's everything that I've got here. Get down to, so just keep going down and find your recommendations area. And you know, one of the best things that you can do on LinkedIn is to make sure that you're getting regular recommendations about what you're actually doing. So the easiest way of doing that is to actually go and ask for a recommendation. If you click on that button over there, I can ask Chris for a revision if I want to, but I can, and these are all my revisions. Okay, so it's telling me what I've received in terms of recommendations. About 28 of them there. And it's really good to do. So even if you've worked with people and your recommendations, you can do them. Okay, saved. Let's just do that again. Ask for a recommendation. Oh, sorry. I'm clicking the wrong button here. I apologize. If I want to change the recommendations, it's that one. If I want to ask for a recommendation, it's that one. So who do I want to ask? Well, I'm going to ask Linda. Let's see if I've got Linda over here. Ooh, maybe I'll ask Nobby because he's worked with me. There we go. So I'm going to go and ask Nobby. And what we'll do over here is you can see that it asks you how you've worked with Nobby. And I can say, let's see here. Let's go. He was a client of mine. Select my position. These are all the positions that are on your profile. So you can pick and choose which one you want. You go next. And I can actually change this. So I can go, hey, Nobby, and if I want to help him with the recommendation and say, I'd really like you to help me write a recommendation about the work that I did for you at XYZ, and this is the reason why, and then I would send it. And Nobby would then get a request for a recommendation in his inbox. So in the messaging over here. So that's one thing that I really do want you guys to do is go down and actually look for recommendations. That's one thing. The second thing is go and have a look at your profile and make sure that it's filled in and it's got the right keywords. And I'll show you why. And then this publication section over here, a lot of people leave this out. But this gives you a lot of credibility. So if you have been in publications, so you've been on TV shows, or you've been in magazines, or you've written a book, or even your own blogs, if they're pretty good, you can add them in here. But I'd recommend that if you can get yourself onto other people's blogs, so, and especially well-renowned blogs. So if you can get yourself onto, in this case here, I was in Market Share Magazine, issue 5. But that was an actual magazine. But if you can get yourself onto a really reputable blog, you can add it in here into the section that is for publications. So that's another tip for you to really enhance your profile. As I said, I'm not going to go through a whole big thing here with showing you how to set up the profile and all of that. Hopefully you've already done that. These are more enhancements. And then the other thing that you do want to do is obviously connecting with people. And I'd say to you, even if you can do really engaged connections, like good connections, even if you do 10 a day, that's still fine. But the social media and knowing really how it actually works is social. So sometimes it's not just about you going and doing all the connecting, it's about you being engaged and being online. So you really do want to either post or write articles. And the difference between these is that a post is just a normal post. You've got a limited number of words, and your post, make sure that your post is I'd say to you, the best thing that you can do on a post is make sure that it is good content and engaging. You can share stuff, and a lot of people do share, you know, other websites and things like that. But if you can be quite original and do your own posting, and even if you share an article, make sure that you give your viewpoint, because LinkedIn here, people want to see you as the expert in what you do. So give your viewpoint. And the other thing in terms of posting is make sure that you don't, try and sell on a post. Now, there's nothing wrong with occasionally if you're promoting something just to let people know about it, but there's a way that you can let them know about it. So really make the content stand out, be original, and part of this is your brand voice, which I will cover. So if you are a controversial person and you want your brand voice to be controversial, make sure that your posts are a little bit controversial. There's nothing wrong with that if that's what you've decided in terms of your brand voice. Now, with posting, you can either share a photo, you can do a video, or you can share a document. Now, the article side of LinkedIn is where you can write a blog. So if you don't have a website at the moment, or you're not blogging at the moment, LinkedIn is an absolutely fantastic place to come and blog and to come and write a nice article. And it works almost the same. You can add a photo over there, which looks like a little bit of a website. You can add your headline, and you can add everything in there. You can add images in, so you can write a really good long blog. I'm going to cover blogging a little bit in the next day. In fact, I might cover blogging tomorrow, because I do want to cover how a blog actually gets written, because there's an art to it. There's a way that you write a blog. So Geraldine's joining us. There we go. So there is an art to writing a blog, and I will cover that tomorrow. But with LinkedIn, write articles. So if you can, at least once a month, try and do something really spectacular and exciting here on LinkedIn and write an article. The articles, or these blogs actually go onto your profile, and they stay on your profile, unlike a post. So a blog stays there, and it stays there forever unless you remove it. One question that I always get asked is, so when do I write if I have my own blog and then I want to write a LinkedIn blog, what's the best way of doing that? So do I write the LinkedIn blog, or do I write my own blog and share it, etc.? My take on that is LinkedIn doesn't belong to you. It belongs to another company. Your website always belongs to you. So LinkedIn can go down, they can block you for some reason, your profile can get hacked. There's many things that can happen because this doesn't belong to you. Of course, a website can too, but it's your website and you can recover it. So my take on this is that you go and write your big blog, 1,500 word blog on your website, and then you write on LinkedIn over here, write a part of that blog, and then put the link back to your blog. So if you want to read more, so these are 2 tips that I want to share with you, but if you want to read the other 6 tips, go to my website, the link is here. And you need to make those really enticing so that you can take people from this to your website. And remember, that then always stays on your profile, always. All right, so that's another tip. So I would like you, as an action for today for LinkedIn, is go and make at least at a minimum a post. So at a minimum today, write a post, but if you can, at a maximum, you just close those down. At a maximum, write an article. So if you can write an article, fantastic. Now, I'm not going to, let's just close these down. Okay, here. All right. In terms of connecting with people, something that people don't always know is there's a great search engine on LinkedIn. So if you are searching to connect with business owners, you can actually put in the words business owners. And if people do have this in their profile, anywhere in their profile, it will come up. That's why I said keywording is so important. But what I can do if I'm searching is I can choose whether this is my first, second or third connection that I'm looking for. I can also choose location. So I can say I only want to look for people in the whole of New Zealand, or I can be very specific and say Auckland. So you can actually choose either country or region. LinkedIn is not as specific as Facebook in terms of country and region. So LinkedIn really does do like a big region as opposed to very specific little places that Facebook does. So I can say New Zealand, and if I was looking for, even for example, I wanted to connect with the CEO of a particular company, I could actually go in and look for a particular company. So this is a great search tool if you are looking to connect with very specific people. And that's what I would use LinkedIn for when I'm connecting, is I would go and look for so what is it that I want to achieve in my business? My 3 key objectives that we started out in video 1, in the challenge day 1. We did the key objectives. And remember I said, think about people that you want to connect with, that you can learn from, and people that you want to, or that can help you with your business, and people that you want to connect with that are your target audience, and then go and look for them. So another challenge for you today is to go and at least connect with 10 business owners. The last thing that I'm going to share with you is when you're connecting, this is social media, so it's about being social. Please don't go and try and sell upfront on your first connection. So make a meaningful connection. And that's why I said, even if you do 5 or 10, rather do 5 or 10 meaningful connections as opposed to 1 or 2 really difficult, that you're trying to, 50 that you're trying to sell to. The other thing that I do want to say is when you are connecting, it's about 2 or 3 times of having a conversation backwards and forwards before you try and get them to kind of see what, sell. They'll go to your profile, and hopefully your profile is set up correctly. It's all good. And you can go, okay, they're looking at my profile anyway. And remember I said this is about social. So the more active you are on here, the more they're seeing you post, the more they get to know you, the more they get to know that you are an expert in your field, you are doing the right thing. Okay, that's it. I think that is a few really good tips for you today. I'm just going to go through them quickly. 1, check your profile photo. 2, go through your profile, fill it in, make sure you've got the right keywords throughout your profile. Number 3, go and ask for recommendations from people. I would almost set a challenge to just say, even if you asked for 1 recommendation a month from someone that you've worked with, but get into a habit that if you're doing work with people, that straight afterwards, you go and ask them for a recommendation. And I know I'm guilty sometimes of not doing it. So definitely get into the habit and go and ask for a recommendation. Not everybody will give you a recommendation, and that's fine. Some people don't know how to use LinkedIn. They get themselves a little bit worked up, and therefore they don't want to, or they don't know how to. So if you can help them with that, that's great. So that's number 3, recommendations. Number 4, go and write a post, at least a post today, but if you can write an article, even better. And number 5, go and connect. So connect with at least 5 to 10 people today. That is the challenge. Right, I'm coming back to Zoom. I'm going to stop sharing, and I'm going to see if there are any questions. So I've got a few coming in here. Okay, so Nobby, you've said you enjoy being controversial, stand up and stand out. Posts are easy breezy, which is great, because remember, that's part of your brand voice, and I will cover brand voice in another video as well. Are there any other questions that you would like to ask? Oh, okay, Nobby, you've shared a tip here. Check out Google for your subject and modify to suit your own language. Yes, definitely. So there's so much information out there. Tomorrow I will be sharing blogging. So I will just share how to write a blog, the art of blogging, which is very important for social media. people think it is just for your website, but for LinkedIn, for example, if you know how to write a really good blog or article, it can make you stand out fabulously on LinkedIn. Right, with that said, that is the end of this quick day 8 Up Your Social Media Challenge. I hope that you enjoyed it, and please go on the actual Facebook page as well. If you are on the Facebook page and you're asking questions, I'll go and answer, but please engage. It helps get the videos out there. It helps people to join the challenge. This is free, and we really are trying to help business owners to just make a difference with their social media. So yeah, if you can help somebody else, that would be fabulous from my side. Great, thank you. Anything else you want to say? All right, I'm going to stop the live, and we're good.